And also remember, don't believe what I'm saying in this video. This video is all for entertainment purposes.
Jamaican people for me. How far do you think we are from becoming a China where you can't say nothing negative about the present government because they'll lock you down? You can't lock off your access using the NIDS, allegedly, potentially, possibly, right? How far do you think we are from having that a reality here in Jamaica? Do you think this man that's presently running this government and his wife don't have the personality to carry through something like that if they had the power to? I want y'all to really think about that. Look at what happened in the pandemic when a young man told him to go do this and that with his mother. He didn't threaten his life, but police was at that young man's door in the middle of the night. Y'all remember that? They locked that young man up. God knows what type of other abuse, outside of mental abuse and embarrassment. God knows what other types of abuse. Shout out to you, Willoughby. God knows what types of other abuse that young man endured. He was put on video, ladies and gentlemen. He was filmed. He was coerced and forced to apologize to the Prime Minister of the country. Now, if that is not... Okay, sweetheart. Okay, sweetheart. If that is not... Tell me something, y'all. Is the anonymous link working? Why didn't anybody use the anonymous link? I've been having issues with that lately. Please, can you check that, Kev's Butterfly, please? But yeah, my Jamaican people, with that situation, that young man was coerced, allegedly, in apologizing to the Prime Minister. If that doesn't implement him, I don't know what would. And according to reports, quiet as kept, allegedly, that young man got a lawyer behind him, and they went to court and he won the case against the state. And he was compensated, allegedly. Do y'all remember the young lady that came out and said she was a labor right? And she said Andrew Holness is not doing well and I'll be a F-free my do and all of this stuff. Y'all remember what happened to that young lady, ladies and gentlemen? That said she was a labor right in the pandemic? That young lady, the very next day, I'm talking about very next day, was found shot, lifeless on the ground. You hear what I said? Shot, lifeless on the ground in her own yard. I'm not saying that the Prime Minister was involved in that. I'm saying the culture, the very culture of politics in Jamaica is toxic, demonic, it is disgraceful, it is counterproductive. It's an enemy of progress. We should be able to disagree and disagree aggressively without somebody's life being taken, especially when it has to do with political matters. We should be able to argue and disagree vehemently on topics regarding politics without somebody's life being taken. This is an ultimate failure of the government, that they, well, I'm not aware of at any point where that killing was denounced. She said the link is working fine. Okay, sweetheart. I am not aware of the government, ruling government, coming out and denouncing those types of actions, where the day before somebody speaks out against what the government is doing and the next day they are unalive. I mean, if that is not motive, if that is not clear motive, I don't know what is. Even if it was not suggested through investigation that that was the reason why that young lady was unalive in her yard the next very day, it should have been assumed and a statement should have been made. Like I said, I am not aware of a statement being made on that topic. And in my opinion, that says a lot about the ruling government and its leader. Because when they're ready to send strong messages, they have no problem in sending those. So what was the holdup in that situation? Immediately after reports came out about that, there should have been a statement denouncing that type of action. And the same energy that you gave the massacre in Cherry Lane, in looking to find out who was responsible for that killing of that young lady, of those people, is the same energy you should have given to the unaliving of that young lady that was disgusted by the way you were doing things. Yes, you should have came out and said something. I am not aware of you saying anything. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm not void of correction. Somebody give me the tape of him denouncing that situation in the pandemic of that young lady. Her hair, you can see like she bleached a little bit, like, you know, she probably using some face thing to, like, you know what I'm saying? And her hair was like short, and it was maybe like 6 inches long here, spiked out like this. And she was talking, and she was like, you know what I'm saying? And she was upset because he had us locked down. Let me tell y'all something, my Jamaican people. If you think that can't happen to you, and you are okay with that, whether you're wearing green or orange, I told y'all, this lady said she was a JLP and she lived in a JLP area. JLP stronghold. Ladies and gentlemen, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anybody. So, the abuse needs to stop. Period. But more importantly, we need to do something to demand it to stop. That said, like, share, subscribe. Now, y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all be safe out there. Pray for y'all families and myself and my family. Jamaica first. Our children first. And God in front of all of that. God first, Jamaica second, our children third. Because if you don't take care of the country won't take care of you. That is the environment, everything. So God first, country second, children third, our elders fourth, and everybody else. as a part of the working force. All right. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. Until the next one.